Hello, welcome to Crystal's Ascension. I am Crystal White, a certified professional life coach, tarot reader, energy healer, and today I'm really excited to bring to you guys a reading for February 1st to February 7th. And it's just going to be some general guidance for the collective, a message that we need to know for our highest good and to make the most out of these energies that are showing up for us. And as a lot of you guys may know, or you may not know, today, February 1st, Venus does enter Aquarius. And so we are going to see some shifts in the areas that include, love and finance and beauty and free thinking and unconventional ideas and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this reading with my tarot cards, and we have some numerology guidance oracles as well as a lesson oracle for the energies we really need to embrace to make the most out of it. So taking a peek into the past and just what we should have really learned from last week, or even beyond last week, and what we can carry over into the present. And that shows us that with the moon showing up, it did show up in reverse, tells me that in the far past, maybe some deceptions were unmasked, whether they were from within or from your environment and from around you, and that small mistakes have been corrected. People have been able to right some of their wrongs and make some corrections, whether it's through raising personal self-awareness and whatnot. And I think one of the things that really came to the awareness was that there may have been a lack of leadership, maybe a competition of some sort, and the realization that if we can just rally these forces and unite, whether it's a labor union or politics or some kind of organization of ideas, then we're going to see a lot more come from this situation. So let's work together so that we can have a fruitful situation eventually. So this is like a realization that has unfolded from last week. And with the Queen of Cups in reverse, still from the past card, is telling us that, number one, our intuition has been blocked. And there's certain circumstances that have thrown us off a bit and maybe even pushed us toward wayward morality or, overindulgence in, just pleasurable activities, or whether it could be just diving a little bit too deep into the emotion or sitting too long in emotions that aren't serving you very well. And I do feel it could be based on relationship, like romantic or friendship. Perhaps, there's just a lot of disagreements in your relationships last week, or you guys have realized some truths about each other that have been not disturbing, but kind of like took you back a little bit, like you were surprised. So moving into this week, what lessons and what do we need to know for our highest good as we embrace and move forward the energies? So the Six of Rods here, or the Six of Wands, shows us that we have shown that we can put in hard work, we can put the effort in, and we have a victory on our hands. This is reminding us not to forget to celebrate those small victories. It's really important because in previous manifestations, if we have seen things come to fruition and they go unacknowledged or unrecognized, then what is that telling the universe? Are you showing that you're not really grateful for the blessings that you have in your life? And so I think this week is going to be really important for us to analyze all of the hard work we've put in the past and show some emotion, felt, appreciation and acknowledgement. And embrace that celebratory, feeling. And as well as, and this is a turning point, kind of walking away from situations that don't serve you anymore. Being okay with what you do have. Even if things haven't or don't come up to your expectations, they don't live up to your standards. There's a certain point where you're going to have to celebrate what you do have and then walk away from those things that, you can't take with you. This also is indicating a huge turning point for us this week, in where we are coming up with a new plan and we're using new ideas to problem solve and work through any difficulties that we come across this week. And you don't want to let flights of fancy interfere with the task at hand. So keep that in mind as well for this week. So the Page of Wands is the other card that comes up here for this week, what we need to do. This is telling us that we need to let our voice be heard. We have some stuff to share. Also, there's some good news on the way, so just be expecting of that good to enter your life. Do you get to know what it is? Not really. We usually don't. We usually, even when we're manifesting things, we kind of have to just embrace what's given to us and let the expectations go so that what's meant for us will flow into our life. And so expect that for you this week. And towards the end of the week, and even into our future here, beyond this week, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. And so towards the end of the week, we're going to need to recognize any unfulfilling relationships or any false starts, anything that is, we wish that it could be, but it just isn't. We need to raise our awareness about these things and be willing to take the rose-colored glasses off and see things as they are. Where are your emotions going? Are you spending too much time on your feelings of disappointment? You know what I mean? Like, that's why this message with the Six of Wands is telling us, like, don't forget to celebrate your victories this week. And also, towards the outcome energy of this reading, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. So don't lose faith. Don't lose heart. Anything that stands in your way can be overcome with hard work. And with determination, like, you can achieve anything. But you really do need to keep the faith and have faith in yourself, especially. Maybe you are the one that needs to step up and be the leader and show others that it's okay to walk away. It's okay to come up with a new plan. And so you really need to consider demonstrating that for others, and don't let other people hold you back, okay? And so for the farthest outcome of this tarot card spread, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse. And this is, again, bringing to your awareness of someone that is working against you. And telling you that, you know what, you have the opportunity to stop this and to act on this before too much damage is done. And so making sure that you're aligning with that, so you don't end up in the energy of feeling burnt out and feeling overworked. Because if there's people just throwing obstacles in your path, or a person, then, and you're allowing them to affect your energy, right? That is going to throw you off. It's gonna use excessive energy that you actually need to focus on what you're doing. Okay, so the numerology guidance oracles that came out for today, we have the number 48 with financial discipline. Okay, 48 with financial discipline. So this is going to be especially important for you if you're working on building a foundation for yourself in the future. You need to have financial discipline. And while you may be constantly attracted by opportunities to attract abundance, you have to have that follow-up action if you really want to see the results. And so just setting the intention to be financially secure and then taking the appropriate steps, such as putting a little bit of money aside each week, is enough to shift your vibration toward the outcomes that you desire. And so you can affirm the universe is abundant and I am financially stable and secure. So if you happen to have been spending too much money on unnecessary things rather than saving for your dream, maybe a play now and pay later mentality, right? This has left you living in credit or in debt. And perhaps it seems money goes out faster than it comes in. And whatever that case might be for you, you're being encouraged to adopt an attitude of abundance. Seek financial advice, budget, and attend a workshop or even read a book about creating wealth. But, embrace the cycle of this abundance cycle and realize that like attracts like. In this magnetic and vibrational world, you attract what you are. And so you need to have a healthy relationship with money in order to bring it into your life. And this is actually a very important lesson that Venus is bringing to us, being in Aquarius, is that we need to adopt this attitude. We attract what we are. And our relationship to other people is not the only focus of this transit. It's actually also got a lot to do with our relationship with finances and the material world. So abundance is a state of mind. Eliminate any limiting beliefs, right? Any limiting beliefs that are blocking you here, those limiting beliefs, eliminate that. Okay, and then let your financial flow, your financial circumstances and your finances, let that flow. So with a positive attitude and discipline, you can create financial security and abundance. Very well. And so the next numerology guidance oracle we have is the number 44 with the environment, the green, feeling like the green heart chakra. And it does indicate a time to focus on the environment. Focus on your environmental awareness by educating yourself about what's going on behind the scenes. Honor Mother Earth as a living, breathing entity and recognize that we are privileged to be here as her guests. And by, drawing this card, we're being encouraged to dig deep and look beyond the surface and to question whether your personal and political decisions are in the best interest of planet Earth. Okay? Whew, amen to that. Say what? So it's a great place to start is by watching the documentary Thrive by visiting thrivemovement.com. And so you're also being encouraged to recycle and use environmentally friendly products. Explore organic foods or try growing your own fruits and vegetables. And the more self-aware and self-sufficient that you become, the more control you have over your health and what you put into your body. And so by doing your part to raise public awareness, you inspire others to do the same. So educate your children, your family members, as well as your friends. And when you realize that we're all in this together, we can make a significant change. And by recognizing and appreciating your connection with nature and Mother Earth, the animal kingdom, you align yourself with Source and the essence of your soul. And so we can affirm this as well into our lives by stating, I show respect for Mother Earth and align myself with Source. Okay. So the last numerology guidance oracle I have is the number 22. And we're looking at this orange color, this color of creativity and abundance. It encourages you to trust your inner guidance and embrace the intuitive wisdom that resides within your soul. And so by drawing this card, you are being urged to honor your sensitivity at all times and prioritize your premonitions and hunches above practicality and logic at this time, especially with that Aquarius energy, guys. We're not going to see a lot of logical thinking. We're going to see a lot more, unorthodox and thinking outside of the box and, intuition over logic. So this is not a time to be influenced by other people, though. It's a time for you to be authentically you and live in your own truth. Other people's opinions, or betraying your own inner guidance is going to lead you astray from the path that you need to be on. And you don't need to just try to fit in. You need to be yourself. Trust your intuition and it will never let you down. So now you're being encouraged to spend quiet time in nature, right? Nature, outdoors will enhance your connection to Source and align your soul with Mother Earth. Very important for this time. And regular prayer, meditation, and listening to beautiful music, mindful breathing and exercises such as yoga or qigong will enhance your intuition and help you to develop your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant abilities. So let's just all dig deep and reside in that place of intuition, inner knowing, right? Where we can clear out everything when we sit and spend time alone in nature, and we can tap into our intuitive guidance system. And know that when you're indecisive and unsure, always go within, for your intuition knows the path that serves your greater good. And when you trust in yourself and your connection to the divine, you will synchronistically be led to where you need to be. And we can affirm this by stating, my intuition leads me to where I need to be. My intuition leads me to where I need to be. So the final lesson oracle that I have is from the lessons, or lesson oracles, lesson cards. The Soul's Journey lesson cards. There we go. The card that I pulled out is forgiveness. And the affirmation, I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. So if it has been apparent that between last week and then working through it this week that you have had trouble in a relationship, and some deceptions and untruths have really shown themselves, and you've recognized that, and maybe you're still recognizing that there are some people that are not on your side, and they are gonna, fight you. Try not to harbor resentment or let that block your energy or your flow, because ultimately any kind of energy that we give to this situation is going to throw us off course. It might block us from, or it might let them hold us back. We might be facing the situation where we are allowing another person or other people to hold us back from our true potential. So instead, let's just embrace this lesson of forgiveness and realize that it's just going to block our flow if we hold it against them. And really, if we think about it, they don't know any better. Maybe they haven't done their inner work with the moon and seeing their true colors. And so they don't realize what's going on yet. They don't realize what they're unconsciously projecting onto you, their own inner traits that they reject about themselves. And so we can forgive them and we can forgive us for reacting. Forgiving yourself is number one. But yeah, you can never flow with the natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul in your path has free will, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestation of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break the pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life. So, just another thing, it's not a failure, it's a lesson. And with lesson comes tremendous growth. And so yes, it might be time to spend some time in your quiet space. You might need to retreat and reconnect with nature and analyze, what you really stand for. And realize that we are all in this together. And these people that come into our life to teach us lessons, we made these agreements before we came here with the soul contracts that we have. And so we love each other so much that sometimes we even, have to put each other in situations that, to us, they seem terrible and they seem bad. But in reality, in this dualistic nature, we have good and bad, but it's really all it is. It really all just is. It's not really good or bad. We're the ones that put the label on it, right? So if we can back up from that label and recognize it and start looking at things from the bigger perspective of what really matters, which is Mother Earth, breathing clean, free air, toxin-free air, and trusting ourselves, living in our own, living in our own energy and receiving our own guidance from within. So it's nice to receive guidance from other people because we hear it and we're like, hey, I was already thinking that and I'm feeling that too. And by you saying it out loud is helping me realize that this is a confirmation of truth for me. And so always trust that, every relationship, every person that you come in contact with, you're going to get these feelings in your body. And they show up as different things. For me, when I feel truth from other people, I get, chills on my body. I get like a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart, in my chest. And when it doesn't feel right, I get like a not so great feeling in my chest, or I'll feel my stomach tighten up. But yeah, so listen to the different sensations that your body is sending you in response to other people's energy. And from there, you can make that determination, okay, move forward with this or retract from this. And remember that you always have the power to make that decision. So this is going to be important for this week to keep in mind. and hopefully you guys received this message with love, and I appreciate it. Thank you for being here and watching this, and please share the video, like and subscribe my channel, hit that notification bell so that you know whenever I post more videos. And so thanks again. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.